Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So I moved house about 3 months ago now, which seems crazy because it still feels like ages ago, but also feels like yesterday. And I was basically sorting out my little art studio with all my prints because they were put into boxes to be able to move. And I came across this old Lino print. So this one I actually did a good few years ago. I want to say 6 or 7 years ago as a rough estimate. And I realised I didn't actually complete it. So I feel like that's what I want to do today. So this lino print is taken from a photograph from when I went to Namibia, which was back in, I think it was like 2015, the summer of 2015. So that was the year before the summer before I went to university, had the time of my life. I was there for about 3 weeks. I volunteered at an animal sanctuary called if I can pronounce this right, Enquiries. And basically what we're going to be doing is recarving this out. So I want to keep the liner print that we've got, but I'm just going to re-edit it. So I did do a very quick test print and this is how it's come out. So you've got the basic lines, but they're very much the same. There's no mysterious texture composition about it. It does have the basic lines. So I want to continue on doing that. So we're just going to have a little bit of fun and see how we go, bearing in mind the photograph or the print that I've already done. So the actual land is very flat and smooth. All these are bits of mountains that are very jaggedy and full of texture. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to start doing, just start carving out bits to give it a sense of movement. The sky is very plain as well, there's nothing too dramatic about it. But obviously need to make sure that if you ever use a liner print and you're cutting, make sure, please make sure you cut away from your hand. I've had some nasty cuts before when I haven't moved away and it hurts a lot. I'm gonna only do about 15 minutes and I'm gonna keep on trying and doing some test prints just so I don't get to the situation where I go too far with it. Also got a terrible cold, so I do apologise if you can hear me sniffling in the background. One thing I have been obsessed with lately is watching Alan Tishmarsh's Love Your Garden. And I just can't stop watching it. It's so addictive because I'm actually an avid gardener as well. I think it's the whole part of the process of being an artist. I think if I wasn't into this, I would have probably gone and done some form of landscape gardening. Making me dead excited for summer, but at this moment in time it's absolutely hammering it down, so I can't go out and edit my garden, so this will have to do. I have found being part-time at work an adjustment. I have found I've got so much more time on my hands but not as much money so I kind of have to work out what is probably best in terms of financial freedom, because I've been in a situation before. When I moved up here, I had loads of time in the world, and I didn't really work. because I was doing alright in this field and then COVID hit and I didn't have much else to do because I couldn't afford anything because my work dried up quite suddenly overnight. So you either have too much time on your hands or the right amount of time on your hands depending on how you look at it, or not enough time on your hands but lots of money. But I have found no matter how much money I earn, it never really brings me happiness. Like, I would rather struggle through life and be happy does have a little bit of printing ink on, which can be a bit annoying, but just deal with it how you can. I need to make sure that I leave some areas like this bit because it doesn't need to be all texture. I know they've got like this background, say, ground bit. That's the most restrictive thing I could think of to balance it all out, but you still need some midpoint because there's a mountain here, and you've got this flat area here, and then behind's flat as well. maybe we'll just put some few marks in, or extra marks. Can create a lovely texture. Like I said, it's very important to not go overboard with this. Okay, so I think I'm going to give this a test print just to see how we go. Okay, so moment of truth. Because this is a tester print, we're not expecting this to be perfect. Beautiful. Right, that is so much more better, so much more better. That is a lot better. I think I'm going to roll this up a little bit more and I'm going to try and do another print on top of it. There we go. I'm really happy with that. I wish that bit got correct that. That'll do. Covered up a little bit of a top area. With a professional print, I would do that much more professionally, but because this is a tester print, it's completely fine, and I wanted to get a general sense of how it felt anyway. And I do think this is so much better. I know it's only slight adjustments that we've done, but it does give this sense of movement, and I just need to make sure when I'm doing a lino print that all the lines are either carved out a bit more or I've put on a generous amount of ink on these areas. What's really nice, it kind of gives us a perception, if I can pronounce it, that the sun is beating down on this part, and you can kind of, it's like a sunset kind of issue. So like all the peaks have got the sun, and then the higher bits or lower bits have got a bit of sun as well. Really quite proud of this. In terms of how I'm going to develop next, I'm not quite sure. I think it's going to be ones that I'm going to have to do a mixed media piece of, or do it on some really nice dark and different printmaking paper. But until then, I'm going to go away and investigate it, because that is what I love to do. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've got any ideas, please leave in the comment section. In my description box there are links to all my social medias and also my eBay selling account, which is where you'll find all my artworks that I feature on my channel, plus a couple of extras. It's also my Patreon page. If you'd like to sign up to that, that'd be greatly appreciated for a month or 2 or whatever. Like I said, it'd be greatly appreciated. If you can't do any of that, don't worry about it. Please just like and subscribe, because it does make a hell of a difference to me in the long run. You'd be surprised. But yeah, until then, I shall see you guys later. Bye!